Tonight on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are back to Phyrexian Tribal again. This time we're featuring Phyrexian Vindicator and Phyrexian Obliterator, which are both such incredibly good cards, but weren't played, I believe, in the last Phyrexian Tribal deck we played a few days ago. This deck's a little different. Is it going to be as much fun? Will it be more fun? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the best, simply the best. I wake up every morning in P excellence, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters. All right, so tonight I'm playing a deck that I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by the MTGA-Assistant-Meta, which they referred to as Deck. This one is an Orzhov Phyrexian Tribal deck, and it doesn't have the throne, but it still looks, it's been a pretty decent deck in the couple of times I've played it so far. So I think we're in for a treat tonight, big time. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards really quick. Then we're going to talk about how the deck should work, and we'll go out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. We got Skrelv in here. Okay, let's just take this whole back. We've got Cavern of Souls, Secluded Courtyard, and the Seedcore. What do those do? They provide mana for Phyrexians, because these two are going to be called for Phyrexian. This one's already Phyrexian, which means no matter the color, we'll be able to play Phyrexians with these mana. So even if we have 4 blacks or 4 whites, there's a strong chance we're going to be able to play it. Let's see. So what do we got? We got a Phyrexian. Every creature in here, Phyrexian, 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 Phyrexian. So that's all going to be great. We should have no problem with mana color, right? Skrelv will keep our other big guys alive. This guy comes out and makes pod babies of exceptional size, and you can tap it to transform to incubate it. Problem is that it only costs you 2 otherwise. I don't know why you really would care, but whatevs. This guy brings back from the graveyard, gives you lifelink otherwise. This guy gives all your Phyrexians menace, and he's also a Phyrexian Lord, giving him +1/+1. This guy exiles a target artifact or creature with a mana value of 3 or less, which is usually pretty decent. Phyrexian Censor. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-Phyrexian spell each turn. That's not going to be a problem for us. Will be for the other people. Non-Phyrexian creatures into the battlefield tap. Not a problem for us. This one does card draw. This one says anytime damage is dealt to it, you can deal, you prevent all of that damage, and you deal that much damage to any other target you feel like. So suck it, everybody that goes against the Vindicator. Sheoldred, they do damage for drawing cards. You gain life for drawing cards. The Obliterator, however much damage is dealt to this guy is how many permanents your opponent has to sacrifice. Suck it. Sheoldred is technically a saga. When it comes in place, they have to sacrifice a planeswalker or a creature. But if they have 8 things in their graveyard, you can pay 5, same amount it takes to put it out. At which point it becomes a saga. At which point you could destroy 1 targeted creature or planeswalker, and then the opponent has to discard 3 cards and mill 3 cards. And then you get to take all creatures from all graveyards and put it back into the battlefield under your control. At which point, then it becomes Sheoldred again, and then they have to just sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker. This one is just the bee's knees, as far as I'm concerned. Life gain and menace, it could be little, could be big. This one kills something that's a 3/3. It's a 3 for toughness. You gain 2 life, and then if you got 7, you'll be able to bring any creature from any graveyard back to the battlefield at the beginning of your upkeep on every turn. Atraxa lets you go look at the top 10 cards of your library, find whatever you want. You can bring back 1 of each type back to your hand. Now, we got mostly creatures, so that's not going to help out too well. But, still, any one of them that happens to be in the top 10, that's fantastic. What do we got otherwise? We got Cut Down, which takes care of the little guys. We got Go for the Throat, that takes care of the big guys. And Soul Partition, that delays things for a while, more taxing. All right, so what are we going to do? We got all of our guys have extra value, so they'll use their extra abilities as much as possible. But each guy we put out is awesome unto their own right, and will grow bigger and bigger and bigger over the time. By the time we get up to the 4s, they're in trouble. If we can make it up to 7, I don't think there's a way anybody can win if we can make it that far. All right, so that's it. Before we go out and do our damage, let's talk about, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, we are playing against glhboomstick. Glah. I think that's somebody's first name. Keep. Guess who's coming out? Skrelv. You are, my friend. You're not going to come around ever, probably. All right, number 2, Grafted Butcher. Starts smoking a big fat smoke ring there. In your face, Charlie Brown. In for 2. Get rid of him that way. All right, so right now I could put out something as an incubator. It would be a 3. Sure. And in for 2. Sweet googly moogly. Do you actually have the mana for it? Probably. What are we going to do about this? Let's just be done. Do ba 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 ba. He's already up to that level again. That's crazy. All right, we gotta do everything to keep poor Sheoldred alive. Stealing my own guys like a sucker. Ooh, we got it. All right, we're cool. I can't let things die because he'll just bring it back with the Virtue Persistence. You gotta be able to tap them to be able to use them. You gonna come in, Smokey Joe? I don't think so. How did that guy get past me? I didn't notice that bear at all. Alright, that's really bad for us. See, now if I put out Sheoldred, he'll get rid of the gruff triplets like suckers. Alright, I could go in. All they would have would be... They would have Menace, but he's got lots of guys to block with. Just do this, he'll be fine. You gonna give up that guy, really? I'd go up for a gruff triplet. There you go, right there, man. There you go. Oh, what's he doing to me there? 18. It's getting a little close. No attacks. In turn. I need 8 for this. No, 5. But he's got to have 8 in the graveyard. He's only got 4. And he's bringing him back. That sucked. That really sucked. Still, if I can get him to attack, I can block with 5 with the Vindicator. Let Vindicator do his duty. I can give guys protection from green with Skrelv. I took 9. All right, I think I win. Come on, we can do it. There we go. All right, does he have one card that's going to turn everything around? And we win! In your face, Sloppy Joe! In your face! All right, playing against water. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I don't necessarily want to put those guys out early. Let's scare them away a little bit. He's just going to pump it. No attacks. All right, one card, unless you can kill my Phyrexian Censor. All right, there you go. Super cool. And another one. Comes out tapped, apparently. One guy down. All in 3. All right, life gain. Do what you're supposed to do for me. Keep drawing. That's a nice point to be at there. All right, we used 8. I got 7 showing here. Still, I don't have enough to kill him, though. I could put out the Fleshgorger. That'll give me some life. Skrelv's not bad. Oh, yeah. Sheoldred will kill him. Victory! Our opponent against, of course, my horse. Two. Alright, we've got the ability to go for the throat. That's not bad. This will be the white we need for these guys. Start off a little black. All right, I'll just white it and play nothing. There we go. That's what I need to be killing. Death. Are we really going up against an angel deck here? We'll find out. All right, we don't have enough for the Vindicator. It costs you 3 life, baby. All right, so anybody can bring back? Nope, nothing quite like that. I could just go for the throat. And let's just put it out. It's fine. I want to put something out. All right, let's keep him pinned down a little bit. What do you think you're doing with those instants in your hand? You only get 1 per turn, man. And interest tapped. I'll steal that guy and get my guy back. Nigget. He's just going to sack it. All right, good for you, baby. You want to put a knight in front of it? You can do that if you like. Oh. All right, I can get rid of that probably. Let's just do this instead. Put out the Soul Butcher, giving it a lot of pumpitude. Down to 6. Still not enough mana for the Vindicator. We got the game win if we can't do anything about these guys. Nothing worth bringing back. I think we got it. And we win! In your face! Ofcoursemyhorse! In your face! Alright, we're playing against Box PT Box minus House High. Keep. And we're going up against a pile of dust. That's interesting. He's using the Elspeth, but with a beach ball. That doesn't seem right. Welcome to the Seedcore. Are you going to just try to kill all my creatures? White's not a good color for that. I mean, you got a lot of individual creature kill. This seems weird. Oh, that's disappointing. I mean, if I was you, I'd just go after the Fleshgorger. How good for you. I need the black right now if I want to put out the Fleshgorger. Alright, his going to cost what, 6 now? All in. Alright, you got 2 guys. You gonna jump in front of my one little boy there? Nope, not at all. I'm going to steal the guy that goes away forever. And we win. Victory. Alright, playing against Matman 6000. Keep. I mean, I go against mono red. When I play a deck like this, that's what I actually really want to play. Like, I'm putting out cards that I think will help out with the Obliterator. Like, with these 2, then I can play the Obliterator. This guy's got mono black so far. Creature kill, not the best for us. We just got a few creatures, that's the problem. Alright, come back never. Don't be making those noises, Chomper. You know I love you, baby. Alright, let's try the Obliterator now. Are you going to stay alive? No. Let's try this again. Yeah, I mean, where are we going from this here? I mean, I have to be able to bring guys back, I suppose. What do I have to do? I have to sacrifice artifact creature. I don't have any of that. I just got lands in my hand. It's time to sit here like an idiot. I'm down to 3. That's it. Well, screw you, Tenacious D. That's it. Game over. Alright, we're playing against Alex the Weeb, number 2. Because Alex the Weeb 1 and Alex the Weeb just by itself already been taken. Okay, what I need is poor Skrelv to get out here. Tech some stuff. Alright, 2. Go get him, Skrelv. You don't have to protect anything right now. I hope he'll pick up a mana for the next couple of turns. There we go. Let's put out a Censor. And no attacks in turn. Let's keep that Censor alive there, Skrelv. What are you going to take? Nothing. All right. And in. All right, Skrelv, you get to keep them alive. You're in charge, big boy. Don't look at me. I said, don't look at me. Look at that. How wonderful this is. Everybody comes in and play tapped. Ooh, is this a chance for us to do something stupid? Stupid awesome? Yes, it is. And we win! Victory! Alright, so we are playing the deck I called Obliterator. Did this thing have a real name on it? Let's take a look. I think it was just called Deck. Yeah, there you go. Deck by your MTGA-Assistant-Meta. Yeah, you know, I played, I think, Phyrexian Tribal not too long ago. It was great. This does not have the throne in it. The throne's great with Phyrexians. This is just good old fashion Phyrexian right here. My big deal was that I wanted to play with the Phyrexian Obliterator and I wanted to play with the Phyrexian Vindicator. I love those two guys. And the big thing was that, you know, how can you play them both? It's mono, you know, black and mono white. Yeah, Cavern, it's all of those seed cores and Caverns of Souls and Secluded Graveyards that make it work so perfectly, that blend it all together. So, yeah, I mean, I think really the big thing about where we're at right now, we're in peak tribal. The color doesn't matter, provided you got tribe all together. I think it's fantastic. I love tribal decks, big time. I need to start focusing on that. So, like I say, I was really pleased, really happy with this deck. I like the way it went. I like the way it went. I went with the way it goes. All right, so who is the MVP? Who is the most valuable player? You know who I was most looking forward to? It was Phyrexian Censor. That was the guy that I was most looking forward to. The reason why is because each player can't cast more than one Phyrexian spell each turn. Non-Phyrexian spell. And people aren't playing, you know, hopefully you're not running across Phyrexians as well, right? But man, if you're playing against just like the vast majority thing out there, that's it. One spell per turn. That's all they get to play. And non-Phyrexian creatures into the battlefield tapped. This is such a tax card. Incredibly holding them back. I got to say, I love this one. Did I ever see it before today? I can't say I have. People aren't playing it that I'm aware of. It was incredibly good. the ones I was always looking forward to, of course, Vindicator and Obliterator, because I wanted them very badly. The thing is, there's only like 3 of them in the entire deck, so thankfully they showed up. You know, what's interesting is that you could probably play for Atraxa with these cards as well. I mean, just the sheer mix of the tribal cards lets you get past these multicolors like crazy and is incredibly good. So I got to say, I really like this particular mix, and I got to say that the Phyrexian Censor was probably my MVP. Good job. I mean, all the rest of these cards are really good, but this guy was the guy that I thought did the best for the deck as far as pinning your opponent down. All right, that's saying that was this deck competitive. Let's look at my numbers here. I ended up with a 75% win rate. That is way competitive. It is really good. What did it say this deck was ranging there? 48%? Well, Aether Hub says this is a 48% deck. I ended up getting a 75% off of it. You know, it's not, to me, I think it's not what are the best decks. I think it's what's the best decks for you. And this is definitely the kind of deck that works well for me. I mean, mono red. I wish I could play it more. It's just that everything is so tight, and if you start playing anything other than the standard red deck wins, you end up playing something that's not very efficient. But, so I don't get to play as good as I want. But definitely Orzhov and the Phyrexians right now are just they're so hot. They're so hot right now. Absolutely. So, yeah, this is a competitive deck. Was this deck fun? Yeah. Yeah, you know what was fun about it is that there really wasn't that many like instants and sorceries. We had Soul Partition, Go for the Throat, and Cut Down. But, tons of creatures. But the creatures all had stuff that they did. They all had stuff that they did. And I love the fact that you get that extra value out of your guys. And that makes you feel like I'm achieving a lot more. Plus, you got guys, and you can attack with them and stuff like that. So, yeah, I was 100% loving all of the action we were getting. Early game, mid game, late game. This deck had all of the phases working out. Yeah, getting to like Virtue of Persistence would be so excellent if you can get that out at 7 and then just start bringing guys back from the graveyard. Oh, that would be so incredibly good. So good. All right, so was this deck interesting? Yeah, absolutely it was. The big deal is that, why was it interesting? I mean, it didn't have any new cards. I don't think there's anything from Ixalan in here. But we are playing with, all of the good Phyrexian cards. Like I said, I've never seen Phyrexian Censor before. He came out in, 2 sets ago, but people aren't playing with it, apparently. We could have been playing this deck for a long time. I think the new one is Cavern of Souls? Yeah, there you go. That's the newest one. And maybe that's what we really needed to make this deck come together, was another set of lands that's tribal based. I mean, this one's specifically for Phyrexians. I don't know why we don't have 4 of these in and less of something else, because yeah, it was totally good. Was it interesting? I love a good tribal deck. This is 100% a great tribal deck in my opinion. So I'm going to give it points for being interesting, big time. All right, so let's add that up. It was competitive, it was fun, and it was interesting. So therefore, that makes it into an A+ deck. And, as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.